Hello, this is Wade here with the latest installment on the Waterbear. I thought I'd shift gears a little bit and uh, take a break from Trump and do something a little bit more fun. Well, sometime back I ran across a chart of one of my favorite um, music artists, the Beatles, and it was the chart of the birth of the Beatles. In Hamburg, Germany in 1960. And I'd like to um, take a look at that. Now, of course, I've done the natal charts of the individual Beatles and have attempted even once to construct a composite chart of all four members with no success, since calculus has never been my strong point. There are methods, but miraculously, or perhaps naturally, I hadn't even considered just seeing if there was a chart for the day and time they became the Beatles in 1960, before anyone else in the world outside of the room knew who they were. And there is, August 17th, 1960 to be exact. Now, one of the first things I took notice of, the Aquarius ascendant and the Sun-Uranus conjunction in Leo foremost. Let me see that right here. The Sun in Leo, the Sun and Uranus conjunction in Leo, and Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, on the ascendant. And then Jupiter in Sagittarius in the 10th house, which is the house of, well, it's the most visible house. It's the house of the public, of fame, of course, and Jupiter is the planet of abundance, so abundant fame, as the Beatles definitely fit that description. An uncontainable popularity. Now, there's also Uranus and Sun and Pluto, which, although Pluto's a little ways off, there's it's configured strongly with Venus here. Okay, and Pluto conjunct Venus, and conjunct the North Node, Mars on the nadir. I don't know, mainly the Aquarius Leo theme, since John Lennon had Moon in Aquarius, opposed Pluto in Leo in his natal chart, and Paul McCartney has Moon in Leo conjunct Pluto in Leo, another Moon and Pluto combo. Ringo has the Moon in Leo as well, and George, I'm not sure about George because there's some conflicting dates about his birth. But another big one, and then of course the Sun and Jupiter. I see expansiveness, joy, wonder. It's in its own sign as well, Sagittarius. There's the Venus-Pluto that I was discussing, in the North Node right there in Virgo. And Jupiter is trine the Sun and Uranus. Uranus is a sign of genius and originality. The Sun is creativity, they're together, and Jupiter is abundance. So, and it's in an angular house. Trying between two angular houses because of the way the houses fell in this particular chart, the Placidus system. The 10th house is Sagittarius, and the 7th house is also a fire sign, Leo. And so you have that nice effect there. The moon, interestingly, in the 5th house of creativity, and that rules the emotions. It has forms of trine with Neptune, the planet of spirituality in Scorpio. So this gives an extra feeling dimension beyond the maybe depth is a better word, beyond the pop appeal, the definitely popular appeal. There was also a spiritual appeal that went with that, and then you have Mars and Pluto and Venus in a square that denotes a tension between love and aggression that I think is probably best exemplified in the relationship between the bittersweet type songwriting styles of Lennon and McCartney, whereas John, especially with the Pluto here, was more inclined to write songs about jealousy and possessiveness, and just be generally more heavy. Paul was light, and not to say all the time, but there was a tendency for it to fall that way. But anyway, I just thought it'd be fun to take a look at that and examine, maybe contemplate what exactly made the Beatles as special as they were. And yes, I thought it would be nice to look at that. Please check out my Patreon page below the video here, and once again, thank you for looking at the stars with me.